Next up, we are going to look at the 408 CheyTac and try to determine again what first round hit probability do we want at the target distance. We have the 408 CheyTac, which has 400 to 450 grains bullets, another step up in ballistic coefficient at 0.9, another step up in muzzle energy around 7500. However, momentum at 150, also very good, but the recoil also starts to creep up, and definitely the cost, it's now another factor of 2, so around $9-10, and they are also very hard to find. For this caliber, I chose the movie Shooter, and we have now this time it's Mark Wahlberg again with his CheyTac M200 intervention rifle, trying to hit a small can of stew at 1 mile as well. Let's watch.
$17.60 a mile.
While he has done a great job, let's see actually how realistic or practical that shot is. The 408 CheyTac, it's one of the best specialized extreme long-range cartridges. It was actually purposely designed for long-range precision. It's effective for over 1 mile shots, and we have a G7 ballistic coefficient of 0.434. You will see many of these charts. I'm using the G7 BC because it's actually a bit more precise in the tables. It becomes transonic at less than 1500 foot-pounds of energy at around 1600 meters. If we look on the right, again, the beginner, intermediate, advanced, and Hollywood shots, I would say the advanced shots at 1500 meters are doable with this cartridge. However, 2000 meters or beyond, it's the realm of Hollywood. We can see we go transonic with this simulation at around 1500 meters. On the left, you see the same simulation variables with the wind at standard deviation of 0.5 miles per hour, muzzle velocity 5 feet per second. And again, I'm modeling a rifle, ammo, and shooter system precision of 1 MOA. In this particular case, we have for the IPSC target up to 800 meters, 100% hit probability. We are dropping to 90% at 1200 meters, 70% around 1500 meters. If we look as far as horizontal uncertainty, the wind, it's number one factor, followed by the rifle precision. And then on the vertical, they are equal as far as impact on the probability of hit. So you can see we have a 60% hit target at 1600 meters for the IPSC. Again, I modeled for you the 6-inch through 36-inch circle diameter targets, and now we are zooming into the 1600 meter or 1 mile. And we can see the 6-inch target again is below 10% of that range. And however, we have, if you are trying to touch a 36-inch target, you have a 90% probability at 1 mile with this cartridge. Going back to our friend who shot 6-inch at 1 mile, the Dinty Moore can of stew. This is a very improbable shot. Before we go there, let's compare a little bit the 50 BMG and the 408 CheyTac. So I put side by side the two curves. Just pay attention, the chart on the left has a scale to 2000 meters and the scale on the right 1600. So I grade out the zone from 1600 to 2000. So you can see the 50 BMG, it's a higher caliber bullet. It has also bigger weight and better ballistic coefficient. So in the end, the probabilities of hit are slightly higher for the 50 BMG. However, when it comes to the 6-inch target, they are extremely small on both sides. Going back to the shooter movie, the probability of hitting such a small target at 1 mile, it's less than 10%. I'm being actually generous with the 10%. So I'm gonna call this a Hollywood stretch. What is not completely impossible to do such a shot, it's very improbable.